footings. In this video, you will first learn about the types of shallow foundations. You will then focus on spread footings and their types, including isolated footings and strip footings. You will also learn the types of isolated footings. Let us first look at the different types of shallow foundations. All the shallow foundations are broadly classified into footings and raft or mat foundations. There are three kinds of footings. They are spread footing, strap footing, and combined footing. Strap footings are sometimes considered another type of combined footing, the reason for which will be made evident in the next module. Spread footings are further classified into isolated footings and strip footings. Combined footings are classified as rectangular and trapezoidal footings. You will learn about each of these as you progress through the course. As mentioned, this video will focus on the spread footings category. Spread footing is a circular, square, or rectangular slab of uniform thickness that is constructed to support the columns. A spread footing foundation, which is common in residential buildings, has a wider bottom portion than the load-bearing columns it supports. This wider part spreads the weight of the structure over more area, for greater stability. There are primarily two types of spread footings: isolated footings and strip or continuous footings. Isolated footings are independent footings, provided under each load-bearing column. The footings have a very simple design, and mimic the cross-section of the column they are supporting. A square column is provided with a square isolated footing, a circular column with a circular footing, and so on. Isolated footings are used when the floor plan is such that the columns are spaced out sufficiently wide apart from each other. They are preferred when the loads borne by each of the columns are on the lesser side, and the soil that they are being constructed on has a higher bearing capacity. Isolated footings are most commonly used footings because they are simple to construct and most economical. There are primarily three types of isolated footings: pad footing, or a simple footing; stepped isolated footing; and sloped footing. Pad footings are generally square, or rectangular, or circular slabs of uniform thickness, which are provided under each column, independently. They are used when the load on the columns is less. As the name suggests, the stepped footings are footings that are stacked upon one another as steps. In these type of footings, multiple concrete cross-sections of varying thicknesses are stacked upon each other. These isolated footings are used when the loads on the columns are high. Sloped footings are trapezoidal footings resembling pyramidal structures. They are done with great care to ensure that the top slope is maintained the same on all sides. In comparison to stepped footings, the concrete usage in sloped footings is less. Thus, they reduce the cost of footings in concrete as well as reinforcement. Let us now look at strip footings, or continuous footings. Strip footings are a type of shallow foundations that are used to provide a continuous strip of support to linear structures such as load-bearing walls. Strip footings are also provided for a row of columns, which are so closely spaced that their spread footings overlap each other. They are particularly suited to light structural loads, such as those found in many low to medium-rise domestic buildings. It is more economical to provide a strip footing than to provide a number of spread footings in one line. In the next few videos, you will learn to design an isolated footing. Thanks for watching.